What's happening, y'all? Welcome to Wanna Go Fishing. Willie here. How do you feel about a really quick review? Man, that's what this is going to be. As you recall, if you watched the Battle of the Abumatic 170s a few videos back, I wasn't real tickled to death with the brand new Abumatic because that battle was against old and new. That's kind of what it was. We were doing a little comparison of the technology from the 60s as opposed to the technology of today. I wasn't real happy with the new one. Well, let me tell you what, I took that thing apart, found out what its issues were. No grease being one of them. Seemed crazy, but no grease. The housing had no grease. Metal gears on metal gears, no grease in there whatsoever. I don't know, maybe it was a Friday reel. Who knows? Put some grease in that thing and we dropped the line down a couple pounds. We went from 10 pound to 8 pound. So I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna take that rascal out there on the water now. I got a couple hours to kill. And we're going to see what we can do. Might catch a few fish, but the biggest thing is to see if anything that I did made a difference in that reel. We're going to cross our fingers and hope so. We also have the Abumatic's cousin, Max. He's going to go with us. MaxPro. Where's that guy? Right here. That's him right there. Another spinning reel, well, spincast reel. We're going to take him out on the water and see what he'll do. We have a couple hours. Why can't we fish? Can't we just fish? But sit right back and come with me. And I tell you what, we're going to get ready to see
the return of the Abumatic 170.
All right, fish. The Abumatic 170 is here to stay. Let's get on to something here. Let's have a little something happen. Let's see something. We got some new grease. I don't know, shouldn't even say new. We got some grease considering that it didn't have any grease in it when I opened it up. Well, we got some new line. Got some 8 pound trilene extra tough in here. It is casting a mile. Got the Vibric rooster tail. This is a great reel. I mean, it's a little costly. It's in between the $50 and $60 range. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to feel on the other end of here. Come on up here, you. Shake it all you want to. Rooster tail has got you. Rooster tail has got you. Let's come on over here just a second. You always want to make sure these treble hooks aren't near your thumb. Because, man, let me tell you about how bad that would stink. Go. Nice little fish. Well, that was fun. The 170 enjoyed that. 170 enjoyed that quite a bit. I don't know if it enjoyed it as much as I did, but it was fun. Let's do that again. Now, reeling that fish in, it didn't have a problem with that whatsoever. Now, it wasn't a big fish. That was about a 11 to 12 inch fish. How did I get across that limb? How did I get across that limb? The wind got it out. Ha! Wind grabbed that line and took it right into that bush. Looks like we're okay. The reel didn't have a problem at all with reeling that fish in. Drag was going out slightly. So I had it, for that fish, I had the drag set pretty good. Anything bigger than that, we may have a problem. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about this reel. Now that there's grease in it, now that there's new line on it, and on this Berkeley rod, which this Berkeley rod is a, I'm pretty sure she's 6'6". Handles anything from 6 to 12 pound line. This is a good little combo. If you're into this, you got to be into this kind of thing. I'm a spincast fanatic. I love these things. I've been messing with them for years. I've let a lot of them go through the years I should have kept. So now I'm back to collecting probably what I had. Through the years, I had a lot of those the green Johnson spin casters that I have to say I didn't have as good luck with those through the years as I did the Garcias and the Zebcos. I think the Garcias are a very well-made setup. The older ones specifically, I really like those. But this one right here seems to be doing a fine job now. Not having grease on the gears makes a big difference in the way it reels and acts. It's fun to cast. It's just like casting a bait caster, really. We're going to switch to the old 170's cousin here in just a minute. We brought Max with us. And he's a pro. We're going to give him a shout out here. We've got a little bit different lure on him. We got a jig head with a grub. So all in all, if what you're looking at, this reel being in between the $50 and $60 range, pole is 35 bucks. I know that for a fact because the Berkeley lightning rods run $34.95, just about, or $99, just about everywhere you go. And then I had to buy a new line, which I got it from Walmart because Walmart has a tendency to have the line for about $1 cheaper than everybody else, or more. You're into this combo for about $100. But it's fun. It's a fun combo. All right, well that's about enough of this one for right now. Let's try something else here. Let's switch over to the fancy cousin, and I'll give you a few remarks about how I feel about that one. That's this guy right here. This is the MaxPro. Now, there's one thing that I don't like right off the get-go, and I'm going to tell you that now, is I don't like the way this piece right here, and this is the piece that, you know, it unscrews and you can change the crank to this side or that side, whichever you want to do. This turns in your hand. I don't like that. I've casted it a few times, and I don't care for that. I like to put my hand on the side of the reel, right in here. And with it turning, you feel it turning in your hand, in the palm of your hand. I don't like that. Now, that's just me. It might be silly, whatever you want to say. But that's how I feel about it. That's just me, personal thing. This is also on a Berkeley lightning rod. I changed the line on it and also did an 8-pound thing on it. So I can't say that this one is just like it was, because when I looked at the line that was on it, it was pretty nasty. And there's something else I'm noticing. This is extremely loose. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that's extremely loose. I'm gonna have to take a look at that and figure out why that's like that. It bothers me. It does. I can say it don't, but it does. I just have a issue with things coming from the factory not right. Quality control, whatever you want to call it. That kind of thing bothers me. Well, we can give that a try. This is a well, we got the Charlie Brewer sliders. Let's give that a shot and see what happens. We're going to go with something with a darker body. Darker body with a chartreuse tail. And this is more of a swim bait, not a grub style. Well, it is a grub style actually, but it doesn't have the little curly tail. It's got the swim tail. All right. We're over here on the other spot now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, man, he's darting around like crazy. Whew. I hope that was on film. Come here, you. All right. All right. Charlie Brewer. Come on, Paul, get back up here. Old Charlie Brewer. See that little guy right there? Can you see that little guy right there? Okay, I had to set the drag on this one just a little bit. Just a little bit. Lean that right there. That was a good little guy. And I gotta say that did okay. I had to set the drag slightly, but it did okay. All right, fish. Going for the release. See ya. But this right now, man, I like this a lot. I like this over the Max. I like the way the button feels a little better. I like the fact that there's nothing spinning in my hand as I'm reeling. Oh, okay. All right. That's what we needed. We needed one more good fish. And I'm thinking, man, this one's a fighter. Come on in here. Come on in here. All these guys have kind of come around here, put up a good little fight. Well, I just ran that in my finger. Had more of it in my finger than he's got in his lip. And that's what we're using now. Kind of got that little sunfish look to it. So there we go, there's another one. And that's fun. That's a fun catch. This little guy's hit really hard. And that reel does a really good job. All right, big guy. Have a nice day. Heidi ho there, anglers. Welcome back to the table of contents. Whew, that was a quick review. We did a 2 hour, well actually it wasn't even 2 hours. We didn't even last 2 hours. Caught some fish, took the MaxPro out there, took the Abumatic 170 out there, and let me tell you what, we're going to talk about that Abumatic 170. Man, totally different reel. Totally different reel. But you know, adding the grease to the housing, there was no grease inside this thing. When I took it apart, no grease whatsoever, metal gears on metal gears. I couldn't get over that. That was baffling. Absolutely baffling. There was a little grease inside the bell on the string retrieval hinge. That's it. That was it. Added some grease, smooth as glass, no clicking. Great. Feels great inside. Casts a half a mile. The Berkeley rod works really great with it. And I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, this is just me, you know, because some people, they think, why are you using this thing? Well, if you've ever used them or if you grew up with them, you'll know why. But I could use this every day without thinking twice. That's just me. It's a really great, fun fishing setup. I love it. Not great for everything, but fun. Fun setup. So dropping the line down from 10 pound to 8 pound made a big difference too. Casting and being able to cast the smaller rooster tails and smaller lures a greater distance made all the difference in the world. Dropping the line down. Tri-lean extra tough is what I generally use. That's what I used on this. And I went down to an 8 pound. So yes, I love it. It's a great setup. It has completely 180'd. If I were to go get another one of these, I would know what to expect and hope that it wouldn't be the same. But you never know. Could be. But at least I know how to take care of the situation if it does. And so do you if you buy one and find out that it's doing the same thing mine was doing at first. And there you go. My review. I am all about this thing now. It's great. The quality of this one compared to the old one now, I think it's there. Just think maybe this thing was built on Friday afternoon, somewhere around 3 o'clock, 3:30. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. Because I love Abu Garcia. I love their stuff. Always have. So there it is there. Let's talk about the MaxPro just a minute. All right, that's up here. The MaxPro, I would say, casts pretty much as good as this one. The reeling capability, it's fairly smooth, factory just like it is. There's things that concern me that I just don't like. I don't like this. I mean, this is sloppy, okay? This is not Swiss engineered in my world. So, got to take that apart and figure out what's going on there. The other thing is having the little knob here that you can take out, that you can change sides with the reeling, I guess. When you're reeling and this thing is in the palm of your hand, it's spinning. And I hold these reels like a baitcaster, okay? I don't like that spinning in my hand. I don't like the fact that that thing's as loose as it is. But it reels smoothly and it does cast a long way. So if you can get past that, if you are really into being able to hold the trigger thing and not put your hand around the reel, okay, then this reel is great for you. For me, it's not so much. I hold the reel. It's just control. It's a control thing. That's all it is. Did it do fine? It did fine. Caught that one fish with it. It did great. No problem with that. Those are just little things that bother me. Going to take that apart and see if I can make that not do that. If I can't make that not do that, that's going to be disturbing. To say the least. It's going to be disturbing. So, the return of the 170. I love it. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'll get somewhere this summer, this spring, and I'll catch something 2-3 pounds with this thing. But as a follow-up to the Battle of the Abumatics, it has now proven itself with just a little maintenance that it's okay. I think it's a great thing. Anyway, there's my quick review for these guys and the return of the Abumatic 170. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things that we YouTubers love for you to do, and keep watching because there's a lot of things going to happen this spring and summer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those who are subscribed and who have watched. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. I ain't kidding. Thank you. See you next time.